Greenwood, 4 Rensselaer Street, Hoosick Falls, New York.
How long have you lived in Hoosick Falls?
All my life.
You were born here?
I was born here.
I see. Would you tell us a little about your life in Hoosick Falls before you entered the service?
I quit school when I was in 2nd year high.
Yeah.
I was down to enlist and I wasn't old enough. I was only 16. So I had to wait for a year. I had to wait a little bit longer than a year.
What'd you do during that year?
I went to work on the village highway crew.
I see.
Nickel grind, Pat Cavanaugh was the boss. I had to wait. I went down to enlist and I couldn't get in at that time because I was underweight. So I had to come home, and Sullivan, his name was, the old enlisted officer. He was a chief, he's a retired chief Navy officer. So he said, go home before you come down again, eat a bunch of bananas. I done what he done, told me to do. I ate a bunch of bananas, but down I was in. So
then you had enough weight on you to get in. There was a minimum weight at that time. Yeah. I see. All right, so when was this that you enlisted?
1944.
1944.
May 29th.
May 29th of 44.
Yeah.
All right, you enlisted, and what happened then?
I went to Sampson. They sent me to Sampson for boot training.
Yeah.
From Sampson, I went to New London. Went to sub school there. Well, first I went to, I think most all the Navy guys had to go to some kind of a fire school. We went to fire school down Newport, Rhode Island. And I went to New London for sub school. Went out, we got the AS-25 subtender. We went over across on the subtender.
All right. Well, could you just tell us a little what a subtender is?
Takes care of submarines, periscopes, batteries.
Repairs, and keeps it going.
Keep it going, yeah.
I see.
And you also, what do you call it? Fill in.
I see.
More or less, I was on one of the fill-in stations. Relieved the guys that were over there for a long time. We took over their sub for them.
I see.
Stuff like that.
All right, and
good.
All right. So you went. What happened then from New London? What happened?
Oh, we went all down through the Panama Canal, and up through San Diego. Took out torpedoes. Then went across to Hawaii. Honolulu. Stayed there for 4 days, I think. Then we went over to Guam. Havana Harbor in Guam.
Guam, that was
our station.
Yeah, right.
Havana Harbor.
That's where you worked out of Guam?
Yeah, yeah. And
you were saying you just missed Art Harrington?
Yeah, he got discharged just before I went in there.
I see.
And Alton Warren, he was the commissary, that's what I tried to
Yeah, the commissary. He
Stewart.
did the purchasing for the hospital there.
Yeah.
And he was from Hoosick Falls.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Walt Warren.
Walt
He
Warren.
won the big store down on First Street there, where the Eagles is now.
Yeah,
He won a big store there.
I see.
All of that, in Guam, I've done a lot of stuff. Went out to sea, come back, you know.
You did. I see. And you went with the summer. You went to make sure the submarines were working properly, so they could do what they had to do.
Test drive them, whatever they call it.
All right. And is that what most of your Navy time was on that subtender?
Yeah.
And you were at Guam. How long did you stay in Guam?
Oh boy, about a year, I think, a little over a year.
I see.
And
then what happened?
I got discharged.
Oh, but I mean,
I was in there for about 2 years, 1 month, and 10 days. I remember that.
Oh, I see. You were in the Navy.
Yeah.
All right. So after you finished the Guam there, they sent you back home, and you got discharged from.
Pulled into Norfolk. They unloaded everything in Norfolk, torpedoes and all the shells and stuff like that was on the subtender there.
I see.
Then went back up to New London, and then went to Lido Beach to get discharged.
I see. And then you came back to Hoosick Falls.
I came back to Hoosick Falls.
I see. Then what happened in Hoosick Falls? I mean, you go to work and...
Oh yeah, I went to work at the wood flawn. Well, I went to work at the Petersburg Road first. Then I didn't like that. It was too hard of a work.
I see.
So I went to work in the wood flawn. I was over there for 33 years.
Oh, at Woodflawn, 33 years.
Liddell bought them.
Yeah.
Downsized a lot of the help, which I wasn't the only one.
you know,
Get laid off. And then I went to work for, well, it's Huron now, but it's
yeah.
Oak Missouri, not Oak
Right.
Missouri, but Oak.
Right, and you work for Huron Homes,
Yeah,
and it's now.
Yeah.
I see. Are you retired now, or are you working yet?
I'm retired, I've been retired for what, 8, 9 years now.
And you're active in the village?
Well, I was in Little League and you name it,
Yeah.
all the sport things, and helped the high school out over there with the football team, because my kid played football.
I see.
So,
And you're on the village board? Yeah, when did you get elected on the village board?
well, I was elected in 1976, and then I got defeated in 1986, and 1992, I think, God has appointed me again, and I run for election every time after that, and I got elected again, so.
I see. So you're active on the local village board, so you're an active person in the community. Do you have anything that you'd like to tell us about the community or your service before we say thank you? Is there things you'd like to say that people will look at this 50 years from now and see what...
I think a lot of people know my feelings right now.
Well, I don't know them. I don't know them. I see it around.
Put it on tape.
Oh, yeah? Well, anyway, okay, is there anything else you'd like to talk
No,
about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I got married, got 6 kids.
You had 6 children?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got married, had...
1955.
I see, and your 6, any of them live in Hoosick Falls?
Yeah, 1, 2, 2.
2 live in Hoosick
One
Falls?
lives in Salem, 1 lives in Florida, 1 lives in West Hoosick. And, let's see, 1, 2, 3, right there, Salem, Hoosick Falls. Oh, 2 in Hoosick Falls.
I see.
3, I mean, one's in, just outside the village.
Was your father the man that used to help us at the swimming pool?
Yeah.
That was your father, right? Because I used to work with him at the swimming pool. He used to help me out down there.
He used to go up and help out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks again. Thanks for coming over. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.